I want to thank you for joining us here on Polk Place. One of my favorite places to go is out off 630. It's a county park. It is called Bone Valley. And if you are a friend or fan of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, anything along that lines, man, have we got the facility for you. And here to talk about Bone Valley and, of course, the event that they've got coming up is Derek Harpe from Polk County Parks and Rec. Welcome to the show.
Good to see you again, bud.
Yeah? Seems like I only seen you promoting.
I know.
Rally in the Valley.
So it's becoming an annual thing now.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's funny. It's like all the guys television-wise, yeah, we're getting, hey, they're going to come in and talk about Rally in the Valley. And everybody gets that guy's voice, the movie guy voice, in a world where.
That's right.
In a world of side-by-sides.
It's either that or monster truck guy. Right?
Yeah,
so one, yeah.
Hot thundering.
That's it.
So we were talking some 20-plus years ago, a group of commissioners were talking, Randy Wilkinson, one of them, said, you know, we ought to build an ATV park. And, well, 23 years later-ish.
Yeah. Well, we've been open. The original Bone Valley site is 7 years old. Man, time flies, but
Yeah.
7 years old. So we did 23 years ago. Commissioner Wilkinson kind of led the charge of trying to generate. This is a huge area for ATVs as far as state and the state registrations go. So there's people looking for places. Lawsuits started happening when I grew up. You just ride in somebody's orange grove.
Somebody's orange grove. Or you went up 75 to Crooms.
Croom's still there.
Yep.
But we're a big county. A lot of people around us with ATVs. So having an ATV park is a feather in the cap to the county, and also a great place for all those people that own and operate ATVs to come out and finally have a public place to ride, which is awesome.
And the facility itself, the offices, the facilities to maintain the facility, bathrooms, all of that, man, first class.
It is. So we didn't go out to build a mud pit, right? We built a park, and that's the business we're in. And Parks and Recreation, been in this business a long time. We wanted to build a park. We wanted it to feel comfortable and familiar when you came in, safe. And have the amenities you're going to need to have a good day, and your family's comfortable and have a good day. So, our bathrooms are kind of modeled after our campground bathrooms with showers and everything. So at the end of the day, before you pack up, and a lot of people come from a long way away. So before you get back in the truck to drive back, to
that 4 hour
Lauderdale, or you can at least have a shower, wash your ATVs. We got racks out there for it, but just a cool place. I mean, the wildlife that was out there prior to us is still there.
Yep.
They just know. On the days we're open, when it starts getting a little loud, they'll go hide for a few hours and they come back out. So it's just a cool place, and you've seen it. One of the huge things is we left as much tree canopy when we built the original as we could,
especially in the trails.
The trails are beautiful,
yeah.
And helps out. Summer in Florida does get a little warm, so. Right under canopy for about 85% of those trails is a blessing for us, right?
And then a few years ago, the land was made available just across the street, and through some grants and whatever, that land became ours. And then somebody said, it'd probably be a lot safer if we built a bridge. Now, going out 630 on a motorcycle recently, I was like, holy cow, the bridge is almost done.
Yeah, the bridge is done. Well, so we knew we had the property on the other side of 630. Our biggest scare was how we were going to get people from one side to the other. Right? Didn't want you to have to park on one side, unload, ride for half a day, then load back up and go to the other side and do that. But we wanted a safe way to convey you across to the property. And 630 can get busy. There's mine entrances close to us and different things. So we were really concerned about that. So yeah, we applied for a grant. We're lucky enough to win one. To help offset the cost of that bridge, and it is a very substantial structure, and we're very happy to have it, and we feel very good about our customers in the future being able to go from one side to the other safely.
So then somewhere along the line, a few years back, you guys said, you know what we need to hold? We need to hold an event. There's a couple events. There's a Sasquatch run that I love out there for our 5K runners. But when you guys do Rally in the Valley, it really brings in new people, and they get to see the facility for the first time, and there is an actual wow factor?
So we don't do it very often. We don't like to devalue the entrance price to get in, and it's not a lot, but we charge to get into that park. But we want people to see it, right? Because our retention rate, once people come out, we got about 65–70% retention rate. They come back over and over again. So we needed an annual event that could showcase that park, that could allow people that don't normally come in to see it, and without, so we do one day a year that's free. In Raleigh Valley, you can come in and you can see the park for free. We have some refreshments. We have some activities for you. We bring vendors in to, so people can see and what's on the market as far as ATVs, motorcycles, things like that. So that was the premise, 5–6 years ago we started doing Rally in the Valley, and it's grown and grown. But yeah, so that's been the great part about it. You just said it. Once they come in the door, they come back, they get to see it. They're a little nervous about coming out. Oh, it's a free day. I can go out there and look at it. And next thing you know, they're back out and they're regular. So it's worked really well for us. We'll do that again this year. We're targeting May 4th to do Rally in the Valley, but we have a really cool addition to Rally in the Valley this year. So,
and that is?
That is the opening to the north property, right? We finally get to open it. And we're so excited about it. We have built trails internally that we're calling a motor coaster.
Yeah.
So all of our trails on the old side are looped on the south side.
Yeah.
You go out and you come back the same. This one is one continuous trail. You don't get off it. You get on it until the end and it spits you out. It's one way to still, but it is, I told the guy that built it, I said, just picture a roller coaster. I want you to feel like you're on a roller coaster while you're on your ATV. And he did it. And it looks great, man. We are very, very happy with that trail and what it's going to be. Very excited about it. And then the other piece of that is very soon, and we'll have more information. You need to watch our social media and things like that. The contract to be approved here in a couple days. We will build a motocross only track on the new side as well, so on the north side. Very excited. It'll be I'll give you a little preview. It'll be the Boneyard is the name of it.
Ah.
So we're very excited about the Boneyard.
Man, I can't wait for those T-shirts to come out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But the designer is somebody very familiar with us and a good friend of ours,
Yeah.
and may or may not have done work on the other side for us. So very excited about that, and we should know here in the next couple of weeks, get that contract and when the start date is for that, but it'll be done by May 4th as well.
So in baseball, they throw out the first pitch to start the game. You open a bar, you throw out the first drunk. What happens when you open the new part of Bone Valley?
We're working on that. We got some special stuff. Is that going to be
a ribbon cutting?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Well, I want to see Evel Knievel stuff,
We're definitely going to have a ribbon cutting for that bridge, right? That is the showcase of that place, and that is the safety mechanism that makes it work. So we'll do a ribbon cutting for there. There are going to be a lot of people around for that. The state is we get a lot of grants for the state to develop this park. They've been very good to us. We've been very competitive in that field as far as grants go. So we want them down here to see where their money went. They've already seen it, had a preview of it, but they're very excited for it. Our county commission and everything, we have good attendance for that. And then having Rally in the Valley after the ribbon cutting and having that cool day out there is going to be, I think, just makes an awesome day. So.
20 plus years of doing this gig, and I have finally figured out when you do something right, people from other counties come and see what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Yep.
How many visitors do you guys get out there?
Oh goodness, right. I've seen the growth of this thing from the day we opened up, and we're, a good day back in the day when 7–8 years ago was if we had 25 people on a Friday and then 50 on a Saturday. Oh, we were excited. Now, on a Friday you'll get 50 to 75 people, and then the weekends are 150 plus, and you're looking at that and say, man, that's awesome, right? So we get a lot of visitors. Here's the thing we're getting other counties and cities coming to look what we've done.
Exactly.
Because they're very interested in that. I mean, we're doing that. Mike and I, Calendar, who's Parks and Recreation Manager, are meeting with counties and cities on a quarterly basis and have been for the last 3 years. Yeah. Right now we're us and Croom, we're the kind of the showcases for governmental parks, public land. But there's other people looking to do it down south, and I'm excited for them too, because we get a lot of people coming up from the Fort Myers area and the Naples area to come ride us. We got a pretty good reputation, so it's fun to see other people. I hope other people do. It's always good to have variety. So.
Well, keep us in mind when the other side starts to get built, and when that person or persons come in to build the track, and then of course Yeah, the boss and the rest of the boys are like, we want GoPros, we want flyovers, they want the drone work. So
we do too. I mean, watching the track builder do this previously, it is amazing, right?
Yeah.
To watch the progress, because it goes quickly. I mean, he'll be out. He'll be out in 3 weeks from start to finish. And,
yeah, we got to put some time lapse cameras.
Absolutely. But we're just excited, man. And one thing I need to convey to people, like, this is a progress. This has been a phased program for a long time. This will continue to be phased, the north side. We're only opening up 2 pieces, probably about 60, 70 acres of the 300 that's up there. So we'll be improved. The one thing we know we're going to be short of is, again, you have to cross that bridge to get to the north side right now, right? But we're in development of putting driveways into the north side, so you can, as a motocrosser, and they like to do this. We understand we're not going to be it's not going to be the greatest experience when you first start. The track's going to be great, but usually at a motocross venue, you'll pull up right next trackside in the pits, and you'll sit there and you'll be there all day. Right now, we don't have that capability because of the development of that park, and we're going to build a campground there and all that stuff. So all these amenities are coming. But we're going to have to deal with it. We want to get that amenity out to the public. So we want them to be able to use the track. It won't be the optimum use of that track yet until we get the pits built and the parking area for them to get in there. But that's coming. Right? We'll just keep everybody up to speed on that through our social media and other things, and coming back talking to you.
Yeah, talk to me, will you?
Yeah, to keep it, because that's a big concern. We want our customer to have a great time, and we know this isn't the best scenario, but you got a real good track that's going to open up really soon, and you'll have to use it. So. Yeah, that's probably the drawback to this, but it's a phase thing, and it saves taxpayer dollars, and it helps us create in the way that it should be and do a first-class job. So we're excited about it.
As they say in the business, stay tuned, right?
That's right.
Polk County Parks and Rec invites you to Rally in the Valley Saturday, May 4th. It all happens at Bone Valley ATV Park. That's 10427 County Road, 630 West in Mulberry. Starts at 10 a.m., goes until 2 p.m. It is free to the public. Rally in the Valley is their signature spring event at Bone Valley. It consists of free admission, food, games, industry vendors, and prizes. This year they have a very special treat, the ribbon cutting for the long-awaited bridge on the north side of the property. Now, if you need more information, go to bonevalleyatv.com. If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.